just a girl.
I'm just a girl. Funny meeting you guys here.
Wait, that's how we're gonna start it?
I guess so.
Okay.
Welcome to the Fighters Replay, y'all. This is the first time we're kind of doing a little face-to-face interaction here. So, yeah, I guess good to finally meet y'all. My name's Kay.
My name is Robert Creek. No, I'm just I'm Rob. Cut that out.
We're definitely keeping that one in. Let's get right into it. First off, we are starting our a different series of our podcast. We are starting strong with the UFC 298 main card thoughts discussion. Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria. It's bound to be a banger of a card. We have so many stardom names. Starting off at the bottom of the main card, we have Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Roman Kapilov.
His nickname's Fluffy?
Kapilov. Yes, Fluffy. His nickname is Fluffy.
Wow.
I can't wait to hear Bruce Buffer announce that.
I don't think he will. I don't think he's that special. That's why I think that Roman Kopylov is probably going to get like a round 2 or 3 TKO. I think Roman Kopylov is a very special striker. He's coming off of a win by TKO from body shots, and the fight before that, he had a win via head kick on the 291 Poirier versus Justin Gaethje card. I think Roman is special. Anthony Hernandez, he's on a 4-fight win streak, and he's a veteran. You can never count experience out. But I think Roman is just younger, hungrier, stronger, faster, wants it more. I think he's just going to be the dog that night.
Yeah, you perfectly explained that one. I completely agree. Anthony Hernandez, I think, of course he has that experience in the cage, and he's also on that 4-fight win streak. He has that momentum to carry with him. But Roman is just fast, man. Roman is that next level of you kind of just know the fighters where it's like they're going to be up there, and Anthony Hernandez is going to be that first stepping block. And I feel like the pressure for Roman to break into the top 15 is going to drive him even further to get that KO finish, and I think he's going to get it fairly early. I say round 1 or 2.
Agreed. So we're going to move on to the next fight. We have a bantamweight bout of Merab Dvalishvili versus Henry Cejudo. Your thoughts first, please.
I am very biased on this fight. I'm going to say it straight up and be so honest with you guys. I love Merab. Merab is like one of my favorite top fighters. I think he is so well-rounded, and he brings just the new era into the bantamweight division. I think he's had a lot of good matches for him, good fights that, has truly built him, and we've been able to see him progress throughout each fight. He's on a 9-fight win streak. Henry Cejudo, all respect to Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo deserves his kudos due to everything that he did, but everything that he did was like 5 years ago. And I love that for him. Henry will always go down into history because he is a 2-division champ in the UFC, and he is an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. He has those accomplishments and qualifications. But Merab is, I believe, that get to Henry Cejudo faster than what Henry Cejudo is going to be able to get to Merab. And I think that's overall how the fight is going to go. And I think Merab is going to... Honestly, I can see Merab finishing this however he wants. I can see him getting it always on it. Always.
I think the main thing for me is that I feel like Merab is just like... I think Henry stating that he's going to retire if he doesn't win this fight already states where his mindset is kind of at.
Yeah.
I think Merab is just going to be entering his prime, naturally way hungrier. He's the bigger guy. I think it's just going to be a bit much for Henry. I can honestly see him getting it any way he wants either, unless Henry gets a knee on him while he's coming in for a takedown. That's the only way I see Henry winning. But I'm biased too. I don't like Henry, and I love Merab too. So we're going to move into the next bout. We have a welterweight bout of Ian Machado Gary versus Jeff Neal. Jeff can save the world. He can save the world.
Save the world is a stretch.
That's what they've been saying, bro.
That's what they saying.
That's what they've been saying. The glazing that will happen to Jeff Neal would be valid if he knocks out Ian Machado Gary. And I think he can. I think he can, and I think he will. I don't think Ian is going to be ready for just how calculated of a striker that Jeff Neal can actually be. I feel like I feel like Ian doesn't know just how good Jeff Neal is. I feel like everybody's forgetting. Yes, Ian Gary's nice, but he beat up Neil Magny, who's like 45 years old.
Neil Magny
Who
is
else
not
did he?
45.
He fights like it. And then who else? D Rod?
I think this is going to be the biggest test for Ian Gary. I think this will
And he's
definitely
gonna
be
fail
the
it.
biggest test for him. I don't think he'll fail it. I love Ian's approach to I really respect the way that Ian trains. Something that interests me is traveling and learning more about different styles of martial arts. And Ian Gary really profits from that. I feel like in each one of his fights, we've seen him advance and come out with, more confidence and more drive. And I think, honestly, I, don't say no bullshit right now. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. Don't start with me. I think that him training at Shute Box and stuff like that, and him training with Damian Maya, I think that that's going to take his game to the next level, and I think he's really going to display his grappling. And I'm not going to say that it's going to be easy to take Jeff Neal down. I don't think that at all, but I think it's definitely going to be a test for him, and I think Ian Gary is definitely going to use his grappling in that testing moment. And I think we have a possibility to see a new side. That's my perspective. But I like
Yep.
Ian Gary because I think I like the way that he trains, even though most of the world does
Okay,
not like
yeah.
Ian Gary right now.
Yep. I'll agree with you on that. When I did watch his embedded episodes when he was training at Shoto Boxing in Brazil with the people, I feel like he definitely feels like a strong natural bond with them. And I feel like
Yes.
that's a very beautiful thing that you can have in mixed martial arts. So I will give him props to that. It seems like he's a lot happier. He's got a lot settled for him in life. Yeah, he has the world and internet talking about him, but bro is paid. He's kicking ass. He's got an adorable son.
Yeah.
He's got great people around him. He's got great friends. He's got even people he lets stay at his house with him. You know what I mean? His wife is even close with his best friend, with his nutritionist. That's a very beautiful relationship.
Stop.
But yeah, I got Jeff Neal knocking him out. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be a late round stoppage. I think Ian's gonna win at first, but I think eventually Jeff Neal's just gonna overwhelm him.
I'm not gonna lie. I do see Jeff Neal's hands getting to Ian more than what Ian's shots will affect Jeff.
I see his hands getting them. I see his hands getting more to him than his nutritionist does to his wife.
Okay, but we're moving on. We're moving on. We're not cut the cameras. Cut, cut, cut. Moving on, we have the co-main event. We have the Secret Juice, Paulo Costa, versus the
Mm,
Reaper, Robert Whittaker. This is going to be a banger of a fight.
I love this fight, man. I love this fight. I think Robert is a very great fighter. He's very skilled, former champion. Want to give him his respect. But I think his last fight definitely showcased something. But not only in that fight, in his fight with Izzy, it shows that Robert is not exactly the best type of fighter when he's getting pushed back. I don't think he can be that type of fighter that can fight against fighters who use that type of style on him now. I think the main reason might be why I think maybe the damage he took from the Yoel Romero fight might possibly be in the mix of reasoning why, but I don't think that he can take that type of style where he's just getting pressed and backed up the whole time. Because Costa's gonna start hot and aggressive. Robert is a person who picks up the aggression and the pace and he starts to get his flow over time. I don't see Rob putting him away, but I also think Rob is so skilled. I don't see Costa putting him away. So I think Costa is going to win this by decision. But I do see Costa dropping Robert maybe once or hurting him really bad. Overall, I could even see Costa getting the stoppage, but I got Costa winning.
I can see both having very good moments in the fight. I feel like this is going to be a very back and forth fight, a close decision, I believe. I think that Whitaker is going to take the decision, though. I think he's just a little bit more composed. I believe uh, he's going to be able to capitalize on Costa and read him a little bit easier because Costa's a little predictable. Let's admit it. I think if Robert gets in those tough positions, I believe his grappling will come out, and I believe in that position that he could possibly take the fight to a finish.
I disagree with everything you said. But, that's just our opinions, and it's okay to disagree. This is a lesson you guys should take out of this. You could disagree and still be friends. So we're moving into the main event. We have Alexander Volkanovski versus Ilia Topuria.
My boy, Alex the Great, the champ. Listen, I'm a big Volk fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited for this card because I got two of my top favorite fighters, like top 5. Alex is. I feel like he's displayed how he's ran through all of his competition, and the Islam fight was unfortunate. I believe it was a mistake, a fluke, a whoopsie, a and I think that Alex is going to be able to bounce back from this. A lot of people are counting him out. A lot of people are talking about his age. I love that he's taking that and kind of turning it into a character to just kind of like fuck with it a little bit more. I think that Alex is going to go out there and prove who the fuck he is and remind people why he is where he is today.
You know what? I feel it in my soul. Every fucking Alexander Volkanovski fan who just watched you say that shit literally just got up on one fucking knee and put their fist up in the air and said, "Hell yeah!"
Because it's the great. He's faced higher opponents, higher level opponents, been in tougher fights, been in tougher positions than Ilia Topuria ever has.
But is that as a result of like how tough you are, or is that a result of how good you are? Because maybe you're so good that they can't even do that to you, and nobody's been able to do that to him. Every person he's faced, he's made look easy, easy. Volk, yeah, he's made some look easy, but has some he struggled with, yes.
Yeah.
But Topuria, he has not
Ilia
struggled.
is young,
Maybe
he's a little
other than Jai Herbert, because that was a lightweight fight. This is featherweight.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I love Ilia Topuria, and what he did to Josh Emmett in that last fight was absolutely insane. We were there in person for that fight. We were at that Jacksonville fight night, and the whole card was amazing, by the way. But that fight specifically was mind blowing. It was definitely something to see live. And what he did, I'm not trying to take away credit for. But Alex Volkanovski is no Josh Emmett. Let's get that fucking clear.
No, he's not.
Let's get that
No,
fucking
he's
clear.
not. No, he's
Let's
not.
get that clear. And
Absolutely.
if Ilia Topuria walks into this fight thinking that, he's going to get caught. And he's going to end up like Yair Rodriguez and look like a cocky motherfucker that couldn't back up what he said.
Okay, you know what? I would not look like Yair
That's what
Rodriguez.
I gotta say.
He get his ass beat like Yair Rodriguez. Yair Rodriguez wasn't like, a dickhead, so no shots to Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah. Yair Rodriguez was a little cocky, but he was
but you gotta be
but he was a confident cocky.
At the same time,
I think Ilia Topuria, yes, he's trying to sell the fight, but he's a little too confident for me to be like, all right, like I get it. You gotta get yourself in that mindset and have that winner's mindset and envision it.
Especially
I understand all
Volk,
of that, but
of all people.
Yeah, I understand that, but you gotta. This is the champ, man. He's been the reigning champ. I don't know. I think Alex Volkanovski is gonna take this. I think he's gonna show him a lesson and hopefully finish the fight. If not, definitely a decision win to Volkanovski. If it goes to a decision, I do not see Ilia winning a decision at all.
I don't see it.
Only way Ilia wins is if he catches him with some Islam shit.
Islam? Okay, nah.
Not like head kick type shit, but more like just.
If just Ilia being Ilia, doing Ilia Topuria things.
It's a tough fight. I understand how big of a threat Ilia is. He's young, he's fast, and his boxing is just so crisp. And his submission threat is there. The fact that he was able to do that to Bryce Mitchell is absolutely insane. And I give him his credit. Champ is a champ, man. And in my biased opinion, I think the champ's gonna take it. So
I
that's my final prediction.
Yeah, I think that if as long as Volk wrestles and remembers that he's a mixed martial artist,
Yes.
don't just stand with him the entire time. Mix up your grappling. Use your takedown threat to help your stand up game. Fake the level changes. Be smart. Use your IQ. That is definitely his way to winning. I think if he just tries to stand with them and proves that he's just a better striker, I don't see it being a good night for him.
I don't think he would do that though.
I don't know.
But you get in that cage and sometimes your head switches.
Yeah.
You can get
But at
rocked
the
a
same
few
time,
times and your head can switch.
I'll say I don't really have a pick, but if I had to be a betting man, I would say Alex by a split decision.
Okay. Fair prediction.
Well, guys, this has been your UFC 298 predictions and discussions. Let's see how this fight goes. We're gonna see how it is, how it be, what it do. We'll catch you later, boo boo.
Peace out.
Peace. Fuck, nigga.
You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Pay. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is the Fighters Replay.